Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I am back doing your August 2016 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Sagittarius. And just so you guys know, I basically was on hiatus for 2 months because I lost my voice and I was sick. This video is going to be shortened, and it is a general reading, so if you'd like a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail. I also have a website, oracledaphne.com. You can check out my calendar page. Please, people have been realizing they want to get a reading and they are trying to get in same day, and most of the time I'm booked 24 hours in advance. So even if my calendar says that I'm available same day, chances are it's not. Okay, so try to give me some alternative days, dates, times that would work for you, that works best. And also please pay attention to any time zone differences. I live in the United States on the West Coast. Okay, so that's Pacific Standard Time. Let's see. So I'm just going to roll out a spread here for you. Now, in the beginning I thought my deck was in reverses, but it wasn't. So I feel like I'm just going to go. Normally I don't read like a whole spread in reverse, but only a handful, only 2 cards came out in the upright, and I'm just going to read it as is. I feel like it's resonating with me and I'm understanding it, so I'm going to go for it. Just be patient and understand that there's a lot of reversals here, so it may take me a minute to kind of put things together, but I do feel like you're going to have some good moments, and this is again for August 2016 for anyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in Sagittarius. I feel like you're going to have some positive moments. There are some positive things happening, but starting right off the bat, this guy really is calling my attention. This is the Knight of Wands, and I see this as you, okay? Because it's a Wands card. This is Sagittarius. Could be guy or girl. If you're a girl, you're really fierce, okay? If you're a guy, you're very busy. You're on the go. You don't really take a moment to pause, okay? This card to me has changed over time. Sometimes it's a narcissist. So you may be dealing with a narcissist. This may be somebody you dated in the past. This may be a past partner. There may have been some cheating in the past, because this is someone who a lot of times is very focused on themselves and isn't paying attention to what's going on, and they don't understand how their actions are affecting other people. And so this can be a person who has a wandering eye or is checking out somebody else that's not their partner, okay? However, that said, I've been seeing it more as a card that's actually about looking, okay? It's really about where your focus is. And this Knight is focused on the past. So even like going towards into the end of August, middle to the end of August, I feel like you're going to be still in some way focus on getting over an ex, or on a situation that happened in the past, or getting out of something getting out of something that happened in the past. And you're not really focused on the future. The fact that this is in the past, the distant past position, and this is the Knight that's looking this way at the past. To me, it really is where your mind and your focus isn't really. You need to kind of get I would say, a spiritual chiropractic adjustment, where I go in there and I, get your head adjusted right. You get your head on straight. Your head is not on straight, okay? This is also a Knight or a person that's moving very quickly and isn't paying attention, okay? I feel like this is going to cause you problems. because you also have the Knight of Swords in reverse, which is about being bullied, being abused, being hospitalized, retreating, kind of pulling back from a situation. Best case scenario, the Knight of Swords in reverse is just where you decide not to like engage in any conflict, okay? Where you stop with the conflict, you put the sword down, and it's really just like about retreating, and you're not fighting, okay? The worst case scenario is the Knight of Wands is not paying attention, you're not paying attention, and you get into some kind of accident or something that happens, or you cut yourself, or you hurt yourself in some way because you're not paying attention. Now, it could be minor, but because this Knight of Swords in reverse it is a seriously heavy card, okay? So I'm not gonna, for some of you, it might be something minor that happens, and for others, it might be something really major, but just by you focusing, like getting your head on straight and really paying attention to where you're going this month is key. You're not paying attention, okay? You need to pay attention to where you are going, and especially when you're driving, and especially with instruments, any kind of mechanical instruments. We're talking saws, knives, blades, guy tools type stuff. If you got any tools, you got to be careful about that stuff, okay? Because it's a swords card, and it's really drawing me into he's got this sword. Some of you, it's going to be hurting your left hand, and some of you, it's going to be hurting your right hand. In the picture, it would be his left hand. I feel like it's your left hand. You got to be careful what you're doing with your left hand, okay? You may be doing something, and then you go to reach for something, and then the pot's boiling and you don't realize. Or, like for me, there was something that happened where I went and I reached into the oven to pull out like a sheet pan. Like I was doing something with like baking some nuts, and I went to reach in, and I think it was my left hand. I don't remember. I don't think it was my right hand. And I reached in, and I wasn't paying attention. The oven was on, the sheet pan was hot, and I burned my hand pretty badly. So I'm just saying you need to be careful about these types of things. I'm not a fear monger. I'm not trying to say you need to, be fearful of things that are going to happen in August. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you're not paying attention. And there is some element of things being very stuck, because you have this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and Wheel of Fortune in reverse to me is about not, you wanting to know the future, you wanting to know, needing to know so that you can either make it happen or that you can feel better, okay? But it is a card, it's good fortune regardless, okay? There are some tarot readers that do different things with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Some people see it's positive no matter what. I see it as being positive, but frustrating, okay? It's positive fortune, but it's frustrating because it's not, you don't know when things are going to happen. You don't know how things are going to happen. You're just kind of like, well, what's going to happen? I need to know, and there isn't clarity here. To me, there's lack of clarity, okay? And also, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright is about making things happen. And in the reverse, to me, it's you're not making things happen. You're wanting the universe to bring it to you, and that you are in shadow, okay, if you're doing that. Because Sagittarius is go, go, go. Forward motion, the archer, looking ahead, goal-oriented, pushing forward, just getting on, getting in their car and going. If you're waiting for things to change, for the universe to change, for someone to tell you what to do, then you're living in the Gemini shadow. And that Gemini shadow is kind of like, well, should I, shouldn't I? Should I go here? Should I go there? I don't know. Ho-hum. Maybe I should do nothing and sit at home. That's the Gemini, waiting for somebody else to make the decision for them so that they don't have to make the decision. And so that means you're living in shadow. It just means, it doesn't mean it's like bad per se. It just means that you're not really on track, and you're not, when you're not on track and you're not living in the present moment and fulfilling your soul purpose, which is the Sagittarius, especially sun. Okay, Sagittarius sun, but it could be a sun or a moon. The Sagittarius energy is moving forward. So if you're living in shadow, things are going to go to shit. And things are not going to go the way you want them to go. And things are not going to turn out the way you want them to turn out because you're waiting for somebody else to make the decision for you. You're waiting for things to change. You're waiting for, it's like, there was a time recently where when I was sick, honestly, this is how it was. I was sick and I was just like, I was looking at all these astrology videos and I'm going, when are the planets going to come into fucking alignment? That was me being like, when is it going to happen? And I knew, that yes, the planets were going to shift in a positive direction. We're going to start to shift in a more positive direction. And they will start to shift in a more positive direction in August, but you can't wait for the planets, for other people, for situations to change. You have to change it yourself. You have to take the ball and run with it. And I did use this example for another sign. I don't remember which one it was, but the wheel of reverse is about not taking the ball. This is, in a way, dropping the ball or just letting it sit there. Because to me, it's just like it's a wheel that you're not spinning. It's something that you're not doing. It's some opportunity that you're not taking. You're, in a way, it's sort of like I feel like it's relationship oriented too. This is things not moving forward in a relationship than when you want them to. And this is also people in general. I feel like what you're not seeing, the thing that you're missing is there's things that are connected. You're not connecting the dots. You're not seeing how all things kind of are put together. You're seeing, again, you're living in shadow. And so you're seeing life through this Gemini, in a way, the Gemini perspective. Either you're focused on yourself or you're focused on somebody else, and you're not connected. You're not seeing the bigger picture. You're not seeing how all the dots are connected. You're not seeing how your family's connected, your friends are connected. You're not seeing how the world is connected. You're not seeing how the planets are connected. You're not seeing how the universe is connected. You really need to actually check, maybe take like an astronomy class, or to take a look at some pictures of the universe. You need to change the lens with which you're viewing the world. And it's so funny because, this can be seen as, in a way, like a telescope. The lens. To me, it's a telescope. In this reading, it's a telescope. This is a lens. This is an eye. Okay? Now, sometimes it's like a clock to me, and sometimes it's other things. But today, it's an eye. Okay? It's like an eyeball. And you're not seeing what you need to see in order to have the clarity that you should be having, that will prevent you from getting into accidents, getting into fights, getting into conflict, getting into situations that you really want to avoid. You may actually catch your partner cheating because you have the 7 of Swords in reverse. This is going to make you really happy for some reason that you catch them cheating. Okay, 7 of Swords in reverse. Upright is liar, cheater, thief. You got the 4 of Wands crossing. Okay, so also can also mean that despite the fact that you have a shitty ass partner, okay, or boyfriend or girlfriend, you may be enjoying some family time, some happy family time. You may be enjoying being with your kids, playing with your kids. Going on vacation, doing something that brings you happiness and joy. This is at the center of the reading, so it can be, this is like what you want, maybe more romance, maybe spending more time with your kids, maybe it's, doing things that are fun, having more fun. You may have some planets in Scorpio. I feel there's a strong Scorpio vibe here. You may be in a relationship to Scorpio. I don't know why I'm saying that. I just feel like there's a Scorpio thing. Because you have the Death card as the outcome, and Scorpio did get that this month. But there's also a lot of Swords cards here. So you may be with an air sign. It's interesting that I'm talking about Gemini. And, it may be like a very influential Gemini that's in your life. And you may be bringing out the worst in each other rather than the best. Hang on just a second. So, Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords in the recent past, and the Nine of Swords is about, in the reverse, it is about fighting back, lashing out, having the fierceness to fight back. My tablet keeps doing this. I don't. Sorry, my knee hit the table. But anyways, it may not be like the situation may not be relationship related. It may just be, family related. There may be some conflicts within the family. You with, brothers. I feel like there may be two brothers, conflict between brothers, you going back and forth, maybe a father figure too. There's three people here. There's three guys. To me, this is a very male-focused reading. There's a lot of male energy. There's a lot of male aggression. If you're if you're Sagittarius female and you have a male partner who is an air sign, I feel like there's a lot of conflict there. I feel like they are conflict-driven. And it may not be an air sign. It could also be a Cancer or Scorpio, because the Knight of Swords I do see as a Cancer or Scorpio. He's wearing the armor, and I see that as like the crustacean shell people. Cancer, the crabs, or the scorpions, they have the shell. So it could be one of them too. Like I said, there's a strong Scorpio energy too, and it could be male, female, doesn't matter. I just see that there's this masculine, conflict-driven energy that you're focused on, whether in a relationship or whether it's you, okay? Because it could be you, where you are conflict-driven, and you, because it's at the center, you may be getting caught cheating, and you get into a fight with your partner, or they catch you cheating, and to me, it's a mess. It's a lot like Leo, actually, and you may be in a relationship to a Leo, too. This month, to me, it's just about, there's this conflict, but again, to me, this is also about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, where something happens to you because you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you're not paying attention. It's sort of like, it's sort of like also if you do any kind of European travel, this is having problems. Okay, you could get stuck at an airport. You could lose your passport. You could lose your luggage. I want you to be extremely careful if you're going to Europe this summer. If you're doing any kind of travel this summer, this is going home defeated. This is the defeat. This is major problems. Any kind of like law stuff too. This is like police. You may be actually a policeman, or this is like law enforcement. It's doing something, catching you. This is catching somebody. So like, again, I feel a very strong law enforcement, policeman, FBI, CIA type stuff where you catch the bad guy. But it causes a lot of stuff. You may actually be military. I don't know why I'm saying this. You may be actually in the military. You may be in the military. You may be like a special forces. And, don't tell me about it. I don't want to know. But like, it's one of those things where you're like special forces and you're trying to catch some bad guy, and it takes a lot. And you need to be careful. You may get hurt doing it. So you need to be careful what you're doing over there. Okay, wherever you're going. This is a lot of heavy stuff here. I mean, I don't take this stuff lightly. For those people who are not military, you're not planning on joining the military, this is just major conflict within your relationship. And you're in denial. This is the person that wants to stay married, even though their partner's cheating on them. The relationship's gone to shit. They don't have sex anymore. They don't communicate well. And it's just total shit. And maybe you're staying for the kids, but it's not going to be worth it in the end. And it's going to cause even worse problems to stay just for the kids, or just to stay in dysfunctional, nightmarish. To me, this is the nightmare that turns into, this is like a daily nightmare. And you are very focused, you have a lot of expenses. Maybe you're spending a lot of money on your kids because this is family. This is where you have a lot of heavy expenses, but you're still okay. Your finances are still okay. Maybe you're concerned about your income. Maybe there's a reduction in income, or money's still flowing in though. So I don't see that as being I don't see it as being really bad. That's the Six of Cups in reverse. You're going to be helped out though. This is the pulling the cat or the tiger out by the tail card here. Now my computer is doing something again. The Page of Swords in reverse. well, she's being lifted up, by the tail, and being helped up. Friends, family, whatever your situation is, you need to ask for help. This is asking for help, people helping you out financially, getting help. I like to see it in this position, actually, because that means there is some element of rescue. There's going to be someone there, your parents, your friends, there's going to be people there. And the thing about Sagittarius is that they always have friends. They always have friends. They always have family. They always have somebody around that's going to be able to bail them out of jail, because this could be the bailout. Okay, guys, I'm not kidding here. This could be you getting arrested for something, okay? Because this is somebody getting caught. So you got to be careful. I would avoid any kind of bad deals. I'm just going to say bad deals, and anything that's not on the up and up. You need to really be careful this month. Anything you shouldn't be doing, don't do. Okay? This is not a month for trespassing. This is not a month for just going, maybe I should, go across the border to do something. No. Bad idea. Okay? Again, there's some elements here of travel going awry. There's some elements of travel where you're doing something and you're not paying attention, and somebody steals everything you have, okay? Your phone, your wallet, your passport, your tablet, your laptop, your entire life is like, boom, done, and you have a complete breakdown. Because you're not paying attention, you're living in the Gemini shadow of, your mind is over here. Maybe we should go to lunch over here, and maybe we should go see this musical over here. And during that whole brain wave, somebody's come along because you're not paying attention. Somebody's come along and taken all of your things, and you wonder why, but you're not paying attention. Okay, I feel like some of you, your ascendant's in Gemini, okay? There's a strong Gemini energy here. It's like really, really strong. Or your partner's in Gemini. And this could be literally your partner, okay? But also, some of you have like eating disorders. This could be you, or this could be a partner. Some of you, it's a partner that has an eating disorder. They may be hospitalized because of that. So it may not have anything to do with this other stuff. But I do see that. The Page of Wands in reverse is, again, you living in shadow and not going out into the world and making things happen. In the upright, it's about the green light from the universe. In the reverse, it's the red light saying, whatever you're doing, you're not... you're being inactive. And that means the universe is saying you have to stop being inactive and actually go do something. It's also really needing music, spending too much time in the computer, spending way too much time inside. You need to get outside. You have two cards here about being resistant. So there's some element of being stubborn, resistant, stuck. The Page plus the Death in reverse. The page to me is you. Going out, going to, having fun, going to see a friend, going to do things, da-da-da-da. Page in reverse is where you're inside. You're locked inside. You haven't gone outside in many, many days. And you're resistant to change. Okay? Whatever change is, you're resistant. Then the Death in reverse is refusing to make changes. It's clinging to the past at all costs. It's looking down. Like, this is not even looking out. This is looking down, being inward. And okay, so it's interesting. Normally, if I see someone who's this resistant, and especially this is the outcome, again, there's a Scorpio energy here too, similar to Scorpio. It's usually followed really shortly after by the Tower as the outcome, because the universe cannot tolerate this kind of resistance, especially if you're Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is like, go, go, go. So the Tower, I pulled 3 additional cards, and the third one was the Tower. So in time, it's sort of like you have like a little bit of time to get your shit together. You have a little bit of time to get your brain straightened out and to get your life straightened out and to really start to become a go-getter, okay? Until the universe throws you a curveball and forces you to do so, where you lose the job, You lose the house, you lose the car, you lose all you have. It's something, you lose a relationship, you get a divorce. It's destructive, destruction, destruction, because the universe is saying you have to go, go, go. And to me, this is like you need to pack lightly. You know, this is you pack up your stuff, get into your car, and go somewhere and do something that you've always wanted to do. Become inspired, become active, become I feel like who you're meant to become. And I'm not saying this because I'm trying to be mean to you. I'm saying this because I don't want you to suffer from the tower. If you don't get up and go, the tower will ultimately force you to. And I don't like to think of the universe as being like, it's like a slap on the wrist kind of thing. No, this is not like punishment. It's just you signed up, your soul signed up to do certain things. And if you're not doing them, the shit hits the fan. And that's the Five of Wands, which is the first card I pulled. Shit hitting fan, having a million things to do, a million bills to pay. Maybe you're concerned. Maybe you're concerned you don't have the money to make these changes, whatever. You do have the Empress, which is the Empress has shown up in a lot of these readings. And again, the Empress is a beautiful person. She's an artist. She's creative. This is becoming creative, using your creative talents to make things better for yourself. This is also a person. Could be, this is a person. This is someone you meet. You know, it could be, I do see it, the Empress, I do see it as, you know, someone who's born, again, the Leo energy, born in the summertime, could be a Cancer also, but I do see it as you. She's a lot of firepower. This is who you're supposed to become. But, and this could also be a family member too. Or this could be a friend, someone that you're talking to. But I feel like the Empress here is the catalyst for this change. Her energy is very, very strong. So it's sort of like if you meet somebody, it could be somebody that you meet that's not your partner, guy or girl, doesn't matter. And they're the catalyst. And then you get a divorce because you realize, why am I even in this marriage? Why am I even with this, dating this person? It's somebody who wakes you up. To me, August is like a wake-up call. You need to believe, okay, so to me, you have too much faith in the beginning of August, too much blind faith. And then because you're so resistant, the universe is going to basically have some things happen that change you, okay? And then you're going to really discover what faith actually is. And faith isn't about religion, it's about believing that everything's going to be okay. And you do need to believe that you do have to have that kind of faith, that kind of strength to kind of go into the fall prepared, and go into the fall with a positive perspective. So this is an intense reading for you. I'm going to say some special prayers for you. I'm going to put it on Twitter. I don't like seeing this kind of stuff. To me, this is drama. This is intensity. But I am gonna do that. A lot of you need better sleep. Some of you are not focused again on what's going on around you. You need to develop your awareness. Some of you are very lonely. Some of you are doing what I call recycling, fixing, or filling. Recycling, fixing, or stalking. Some of you are going to develop a friendship that leads to sex, which will lead to a partner, actually, which is interesting. Your bank account is going to be healthy later on in time. It's going to become better. I do see that. And some of you, there's like a magnetic attraction that's happening with a certain person. Could be the Empress, could be anybody else in the spread that I mentioned, but I feel like there's magnetic attraction that's going to happen in the future. It hasn't happened yet. Those of you watching this in July, because I am posting these in July, please be patient. A lot of these things haven't come to pass yet, so just rewatch it maybe sometime in August before you make a comment, because it hasn't happened yet. So you may not resonate at all with it, but. Anyways, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, Google Plusing, subscribing, and all that. I send you guys big hugs. Big hugs. Big kisses. I will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care. All the best.